time to put some final touches on Budget Build C10 before I do my exhaust. Basically what I'm doing, trying to basically get ready, go on the street, do some muffler test. And then of course, build the exhaust, because the exhaust that's on here, that thing ain't staying. Now of course, one of the issues I have with this truck is the throttle bracket situation. It's not very good. But that's an easy fix, because I bought a new throttle cable bracket. Well, you see it's looking a lot better. Throttle cables, or the brackets on. I thought they cut the throttle cable and put this little mess on there, but it turns out they didn't actually cut it. So I was able to put the cable back on like it should be. Kick down cable probably won't work right with that bracket, but it's okay. Don't really plan on, you know, racing it or anything, so, but there. Now that looks a lot better. It is a little messy, but you see the brakes don't have a pad, but luckily I already had one, so I'll put a new one on it. Now of course, you know, I had to do something about that, so I found these on Marketplace up in Tulsa while I was visiting a little while back, and they were missing the mounting hardware, so I just kind of fabbed up my own, and it works. Of course, finally gonna put this thing back on. Get it all lined up. Okay, time to change it a little. See how, you know, how tight or loose they put this on. Ah, that was easy. Almost too easy. Okay. See? No oil. Got the new Wix filter on it. I'm gonna drop some oil in it that way. Next time I start this thing up, it has some fresh fluid in it. Well, lowering the starter now. Get this big old bulky factory one out there. And I can tell from last couple times starting that there is some issues. Of course, one being the fact that the wiring's not the greatest, so it's not getting full power. But two, let's be honest, the stock starter just ain't gonna really do the trick. It is a big bulky unit, and yeah. Luckily I'm changing the starter wire anyway to a better one, and I'll need to change the other wires, and yeah, there should be more wires on here than what's on there anyway. But oh look, let me just unplug this random wire sitting here that's actually a knock sensor that's shouldn't be here. Alright, so a little bit later, it rained, it got cold again, and you can hear my voice is not so good. So I came back on here on top to work on the wiring, and I'm just gonna say this is no good. There are about 3 wires holding the alternator pigtail here together. So I did have to run and get a new one with some new wiring to run down to the starter. Once I get this bolted up, get my wires all ran nice and neat and tidy up top. And we'll give this thing a try and see how it starts with the new wiring. Excuse me. And the starter. Okay, now you can see the wiring's all nice and neat. Wire still needs to go that way a little bit, but it's there. That's all nice and neat now. Very nice. Tucked up, cleaned up, like it should be. And got my Excel lightning cable. And all the way down there. So let's hope it gets connection and try it out. Obviously, I still got work to do, but I want to try it out and make sure it at least starts and works as it should before I go on the rest of the wiring, like the fans and such. Well, thank goodness I had an extra starter laying around. On another high torque, I always keep an extra one. Let's send that one back because something's wrong with it. Didn't work out of the box. Luckily, I have an extra one on hand. I just bumped it for a second. It spun. So, just tighten down the battery cable. See what happens. Well, battery seems low now. Now, try to charge up for a second and take care of some other things. Well, now here's the expensive part of this build. And I know it looks like a mess, but you know, with electric fans, I'm gonna have to do this. In fact, probably in the future, I'll probably end up switching the daily to this one because this is dual fused. Even though mine says it's for dual fans, this one's better. Of course, all the wires are nice and labeled, so yeah. Now I just gotta wire this up. Well, everything is wired up. So I should be able to turn on the key and the fans come on. And that they do. Now that it's running, I got the power steering pump on it, added some transmission fluid. Let's see if we'll actually move under some power now. There it is. It is running, driving under its own power. Power steering needs a little bit of work. I put fluid in it, it sucked it all down. Completely bone dry, so I gotta add some more. It is going back and forth, it is stopping. It needs some work to stop right, but at least it moves under its own power. Right now, it's too wet from all the rain to actually move it. And tomorrow, it's gonna get down to 27 degrees in the morning, so I doubt I'll have time to, A, tune it and build the exhaust tomorrow and do exhaust videos. B, I also doubt because it's going to be 27 degrees moving back and forth, it's sunk, then I'm going to be able to get it out. So the weather's going to put me behind again. But at least I know I can get out here and start it up and move it. Now I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.